You think so? Whew. I think we're working here. I think it's live. Good. What's going on, everybody? My name is Riley Lorden. I'm the creator of RJ Productions and the director of Scream: A New Beginning.
My name is Nick Christian. I'm the producer / sound designer.
Yep. We did this live stream today. First of all, to do a Q&A. I'm sure people will be in here soon. But really to ask the most commonly asked questions, to answer some of those. We've gotten a lot of them. First of all, the biggest one we get all the time, is this a real film? Yes, it is a real film. This is a fan film. We try to make that as obvious as possible. We've had people like Infamous Horror sharing it, and people tagging Dimension Films. That's not the case. It's not an actual sequel to the original Scream film. That being said, I don't think that really takes away from it at all. There's some really big fans out there. As for Wes Craven's legacy, we're not playing with that. You know, there's no way to live up to what Wes Craven has done. We know that. Everyone else knows that. So we're really just doing this as fans, for fans. Michael S.K., our screenwriter, reached out to us, the met him at a convention, reached out to us and said, hey, I have this script, and I need someone to make it. And we're like, well, I mean, we were actually already working on a Scream fan film, so jumping into an already feature-length script was nice, and, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun along the way. Next most common question is definitely, will there be a crowd fundraiser? Yes, there will be a crowd fundraiser. Our goal is to launch between the middle of October and the end of October, somewhere in that range. What is our goal to raise? We're looking at about 10 grand. Now, that may sound a lot to people that don't understand filmmaking, but making movies costs a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
It adds up so quickly, and we're thinking, when we were putting the budget together, we're like, okay, let's see, we need this, we need that, and about 4 items later, we're up at 10 grand. You know, it hit real quick. So I think, you know, the more money we make, the more money we put up in that fundraiser, the better the film's going to be and the more options we have for the project. That being said, no matter what, I think we're going to pursue the project. The only way the film won't be made is if something happens between scheduling, between any like copyright issues, which we shouldn't have. We're not making any profit off it. You know, just anything could happen, obviously. You know, films get canceled all the time. Yeah. But right here, we're in good shape, and we're pushing forward. You know, what other big questions do we get? Let's see. Is this going to be played out as a sequel? Yes. Technically, it's playing out as a sequel. Yeah. It's not like the Stab fan films that are on YouTube. It's not like that, where it's in its own own world. It does take place within the reality of Scream, but is with new characters. That's another big question. Will the main characters be back? No, we can't afford them. You know, we thought about, you know, going that direction. And originally, the script had the main cast in it, and we finally said, you know, we need to cut it out. We need to go a different direction, which is, you know, I think it's the best way to go. When you start playing with those main characters, you're playing with fire anyway. So that's the direction we take it. So it comes right off the end of Scream 4 and goes into our film, which is completely different people, but takes place in the same reality.
Yes.
So we also want to talk about some of like our time frame here. As of right now, it looks like the goal is to get it out by October of next year. Okay, that puts us in a shooting frame between June and July. But that being said, we're working on another project all summer next year as well. So we're, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot of hours, and, you know, finding a cast and crew that wants to fight all those hours is, you know, that's tough. So, and we obviously don't have the money to pay. We'll pay you in food. That's pretty much all we can offer. Yeah. And even that's going to take a bunch of money. We already put aside like $1,000 for food. So, you know, there's a lot to consider when going into this. We know that. But really, that's all the main questions we have. If there's any questions, please drop them on us right now.
Yeah. We got one. Is the opening scene brutal?
Is the opening scene brutal? Honest to God, the script is brutal the entire way through.
Yeah.
That's one thing I had to give Michael a lot of credit for. People asked for gore, and Michael definitely delivered that. There's some stuff that I think might turn people away. It's that bad. If you're sensitive, you're light heart, it could bother you. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I'm not into like the torture porn type films. Like Saw, Hostel, stuff like that. But that being said, I don't think it goes into that direction really. It's gory to a degree. It's violent, but I don't think it's over the top disgusting. So I don't think it's really an issue. I think it builds off more suspense than anything, which is a goal, of course. We are basing our filmmaking techniques off of like Hitchcock, Carpenter, Craven, of course, which is more suspense, dialogue driven, character driven, and that's what we want more than just people coming to watch people get completely slaughtered. But it's there, it's there. I want to take that a step farther. I don't want to give any away spoilers because that's the biggest thing between me and Michael that we wanted to keep safe. I will say there are some people that die within the script that will catch you off guard big time, and I think that's extremely important, especially now. Mm-hmm. But again, you can be playing with fire, doing stuff like that, and we know that. we're well aware. So, we'll see how that goes.
Well, another frequently asked question we get is this going to be in film festivals after it gets released? No. Right.
It legally it can't. There are some that, for example, we were successful at Eternal Con in New York City, where we had the Halloween fan film in there. We were successful there. We were on a VIP panel there for it. And if that's where we would take Scream. We legally can't do anything. Like Sundance, I saw people talking about, well, you guys should enter into Sundance. We can't. We legally can't. It's not our title. It's not our characters to play with. And, that sucks. And, we're putting all this effort in to not really get the credit that I think we would deserve. But we knew that before we started. So, cut your losses, I guess. Another really going on to that, people always ask, are we going to have this on DVD? And we legally can't sell DVDs, okay? We legally can't sell DVDs with the title, but we can give them away. So if that were to happen, we would give them away. That includes posters, t-shirts, anything like along that. Any product placement has to be, free, given away.
And that's what the Indiegogo campaign we're going to do is for.
Right.
The perks for you guys donating are going to be those shirts, those posters, a bunch of different stuff. So, again, we're not selling you anything. We're thanking you for donating to us.
Right. We're thanking you with the nice products. Yeah. Is how it's going. Yeah, we actually have a lot of stuff. We work hand in hand with a graphic designer. So, koozies, drawstring bags, shirts, hats. Yeah. You name it, we can make it happen. So that's what the Indiegogo's going to offer. The biggest thing we have in Indiegogo, we're going to go up to $5,000. So our $5,000 one will include, everything, all that koozie and all that stuff. But also include us, paying for your flight. We'll fly you out here. You'll have a 2-day on-set experience. We'll put you up in a nice hotel, and you will have a cameo spot in the film. Okay, that's the one. I really hope someone takes that, just because I think it'd be a really good time to play. Have a fan that really cares about Scream that much and put them in a film. I think that'd be really cool. Of course, $5,000's a lot of money. Yeah, I couldn't donate it. I'd want to, but I can't. So that's kind of where we sit with Indiegogo. Ton of cool stuff we have to offer. So I hope it goes well, because I'd love to give away some of that stuff.
And again, another asked question: where can I see this when it comes out? It'll be on YouTube.
Right, YouTube
for free.
Yeah, YouTube for free. Vimeo. Obviously, you can come back to the Facebook page. It might get uploaded directly to Facebook. We're not sure yet. Of course, any updates will be found either on the Scream A New Beginning Facebook page, the RJ Productions Facebook page, or the RJ Productions Twitter. So stay there. You'll find the film eventually.
We got another question here. Will the characters be based off stereotypical characters, like from the TV series, the Mean Girl, Nina?
Of course there's some of that. In any film you're going to get those types of characters, especially because Scream plays off of that whole team parodying horror films, which is why Scream was so successful when it redefined that slasher genre. So yes, we do play with the stereotypical elements, but we don't have really. There's no dumb characters because of poor screenwriting. Okay,
correct.
There's dumb characters because we wanted those characters to be dumb. There are smart characters, there are developed characters, and that's key to a good slasher film. We review films all the time, including our Horrorthon. 31 reviews. Okay, we dig into some slashers all the time, and some of them just fail because you don't develop the characters enough. When you have a lead that you don't really care about at all, and you're rooting for the killer, that's when you kind of lose that connection. And like Scream Special, because everyone would cry if Sidney died.
Right.
So that's why Scream is special, and that's what we want to keep pushing forward in this fan film.
How similar to the movies, the Scream series, is our fan film going to be?
That's a tough question. We're staying as close, I would say, to the first one. If I had to compare it to one of the Scream films, I'd say to the first one.
I agree.
There's a lot of similarities in there, but there's a hell of a lot of differences too. Including, the opening scene is quite a bit different. Especially, we're still playing with a few drafts of it, but every single one is completely new and stuff that didn't cross my mind that Michael did. So good for him.
Yeah.
And then the ending, it's kind of a mix of a whole bunch of films. So when you're playing with, it's similar to Scream, but it brings in some other elements in there, which I think you're gonna find special, because if you're a real horror fan and you see all these films, you'll find a ton of Easter eggs, and that's really special as well. That's stuff I like, especially in fan films. You see how much they care about the film, and that's what we're going for. We'll sneak in a lot of Easter eggs in there, including the finale scene.
Yeah. We got a comment about your goatee.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Someone out there likes it a lot.
Wow, thanks.
Another question: have you based any of the characters off anyone from the movies or the TV series?
The best person to ask would be Michael. I actually don't know what he was thinking about when he was writing it. I would, when I'm reading it, we've gone through it a few times. There are some, extreme references to those characters. Of course, your female lead is going to play out like Sydney. That's your Sydney of the film. And there is a specific character in the film that plays out really similar to Dewey. And I think we keep that connection, to specifically reference them. That's really important, of course, Dewey and Sydney being, the big characters in the verse, of course. And, without them, Scream doesn't feel right. So that's really important in order to keep that Scream vibe. As for Gail, there's a mix of her and some characters.
Yeah.
So
I would say that.
Yeah. We don't have one character that really stands out as Gail, but there's definitely quite a few mixes in there, and you'll definitely be able to spot them out as well. So
is this going to be just a single fan film, or were we going to make it into a series?
That question just keeps coming up.
It does.
There's a lot that plays into that.
Yeah.
Now, if it was successful, if we had the money, if we had the time, I would be up for doing a second one. Okay, now I say that literally, okay, because the odds of it happening, I will admit now, are slim. But it's there. I imagine we're looking at 2 to 3 years down the road before we had a chance of doing a second one, and by that time, I imagine we're moving on to more original and bigger and better things than another fan film. This fan film, while it's for the fans and we want to make it as great as possible, it still is a wonderful practicing experience to lead up to an original feature. That's the goal in the end, is always to do your own original work. So playing with a sequel, maybe. Yeah. I can tell you that there will be more shorts in the future. That's something we like to do just because of how big of fans we are, is to have short fan films every year, which is we plan on doing this year. And when Michael approached us, that idea kind of got thrown out the window. We moved on to a different project. But we have a Friday the 13th fan film coming out this year. Hopefully another Halloween fan film. We've had one for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep that tradition going, and that thing will happen for Scream as well.
Yeah. We got a question. Yes, this is in the same universe as the Scream series. Is the killer inspired by the other Scream killers?
How does that...
Do we want to give that away?
I don't want to get into spoilers. I'm trying to answer this question without giving away any spoilers. I would say there is some clear referencing in there. Now, that doesn't give away anything, obviously, but I would say there is a fairly clear reference to not only Scream, but a different killer reveal in a different film.
Yes.
So that's about as in detail as I can get with that.
Do any of the characters give a vibe of Tatum, Brooke, or Nina?
Brooke, yes. There is a clear Brooke in there. Okay, and now I'm not. Listen, there's television series fans out there. I understand this. Brooke comes off, as that really snotty bitch and kind of dumb. Okay, now I'm just saying. I don't want to offend anybody, but that's just like my opinion. And there is a character in the script that is a clear representation of that. So yes, for Tatum, those kind of run hand in hand. Tatum's not stupid though, so there's still some Tatum in there. For Nina, not so much. So, but Brooke and Tatum for sure.
Okay. I'm not quite sure about your question, like Freddy versus Jason.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that?
Say the question.
I think it goes with his previous question. Are you planning on doing one fan film or making a series? Mm-hmm. And then I got like Freddy versus Jason.
So, as in combining characters?
I don't know if it goes with the previous question or if it goes with the same universe question. That makes a little more sense.
Because we don't plan on using Ghostface to combine with a different character. We have something else that's in the works for this same idea. But like I said, the idea of a sequel happening for this film, it's fairly low. But, it could be there. If it were to happen, it wouldn't be with some crossover with, Halloween or Friday the 13th, something. Yeah. It would be based off this film and only this film.
There aren't really many questions right now. Another question we might get is, where is our resume? Where is our credibility to making anything, really?
We have a lot of stuff that's under the table that people haven't seen before. And I would share that with people if we were, but stuff like, Jack, the trailer for Jack's up. People have been going back to our old stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny. Somebody found some hidden screen fan film that we shot. I think I was 13. I think it was the first film I've ever put on YouTube, and someone, I don't know how they found it, but they did. And it was like, so these are the guys they're working with? Like, wait a second, hold on. A lot has changed since then. That was the first film I ever made, and so don't go back to old stuff. YouTube, since the beginning for us, has been to learn, to put our work out there, to get criticism from people, and we've been doing that well for almost 8 years now. And that's why I think YouTube is such an excellent platform for filmmaking, and I'm glad it's there. But as a resume, we had the Friday the 13th fan film coming out, between sports highlights, weddings, those obviously don't apply to filmmaking, but, Jack's coming. We have 2 other short films in the work. We have a series that is in the works.
There's quite a few scripts that I've found that we would be willing to pursue.
Right.
And even if, say, Michael S.K., he asked if we would be willing to do anything, if he wrote anything else. We said, of course, we'd always...
Right, okay. Michael's pitched a few ideas to us.
Yeah.
Mainly leaning in fan films, which that's our biggest step, is to step away from fan films. That's why the next 4 things we're working on before Scream even happens, all original work. So that's where we're heading, and the resume keeps building.
Yeah.
So, it never stops.
Jack is being released
October 22nd. The Friday the 13th fan film we released a week before that, on October 15th, and then a week after that will be their Halloween fan film this year. That'll land right on Halloween. So,
yep.
Yeah, there's more coming, if you're wondering.
Definitely. So. Are there any scenes in our film that will remind us of other slasher movie scenes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like Helen waking up in I Know What You Did Last Summer with her hair cut off. So definitely different aspects of different horror movies.
There are, since you mentioned I Know What You Did Last Summer, there are a few scenes that directly are meant to target I Know What You Did Last Summer. So Yeah, it's a mix of a ton of stuff. That's why even like some of the more brutal kills that have been in there are references to more brutal slasher films. Character development is based off of Scream. We have some twists and turns that remind us I Know We Did Last Summer. Some dialogue that is similar to I Know We Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Just there's a whole bunch of references in there, and I'm sure legitimate horror fans will pick up on quite a bit of it.
Yeah. And that's something that we can do in a fan film. In another film, it may be a little harder to put as much as we would.
That's one thing special about fan films. You're right. You can take it. That's something legally a big company can't do, and we can take it and push it that direction, which is nice. You not to deal with legal problems when you don't make profit off stuff. So
yeah. Have any film producers approached us yet?
As in like big like Dimension and stuff like that?
I'm not sure if that's it or if any other for any of our other projects.
Since we are the production company for the shoot, no, we haven't been approached. We had a few articles written about us in Brazil, saying that we plan on making a film, pitching it to Dimension, selling it to Dimension. That's not the goal. We want to make it. We want to get to the fans. We want the fans to enjoy it, and that's it. We don't plan on selling it to Dimension, selling the script to Dimension. That's just it's unrealistic, first of all.
Yeah.
And since we're playing on a script that has nothing to do with the main cast, I don't think you want to see it be made by Dimension anyway.
Yeah.
So no, that we won't be approached. First of all, we might get a hand from some other small companies around the area, but we're not going to sell it. We're not going to hire another company as well. So
no. This movie is going to be bomb as fuck. Thank you. It's very promising.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's not, but it's not locked in stone yet. There's still so much to go through to get it where we want it to be. That includes a whole auditioning process, getting the money. Okay, yeah. Getting the money is the first step to making the thing happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, running auditions. We were approached by a few actors whose name I won't say, but we really want to get them in there. We just need the budget to do it. And we never really paid actors before, so if we can get the money to pay this person, it would be the coolest Easter egg in a fan film, I'd say. Honestly, God, I think it'd be the best Easter egg in fan film history.
I agree.
It would be so cool, and I hope it happens. We had to hit at least our goal for that to happen.
More than our lowest goal.
Yeah.
Which is possible,
yeah.
But of course we would need people to donate.
Of course.
Because, like you said before, it's not cheap.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it adds up so quickly. We were, between insurance costs, we had, one of the biggest things we needed to get was a Steadicam, because we know we wanted to shoot stuff similar to the original Scream, as in very long takes, long Steadicam work. So we knew we had to get a good Steadicam, and one that is good enough that a amateur operator could control it, which puts us at, the $2,000 plus range.
For one piece of equipment.
And our budget goal was $10,000. Okay, so there goes a fifth-year budget in a matter of seconds. Yeah. So little things like that add up. Insurance, food, cast, people that are coming out to help need to be put up in hotels. Got to pay for that. It just keeps adding up.
Yeah. Okay, so any sequels planned at all for any of these projects? That's a question we got.
As in the Friday, the fan films, no, not sequels. More fan films, yes,
but not true sequels.
Yeah, not true sequels to the fan films we did before. Let's see, projects were no. I'd say even Jack. People have asked if Jack's gonna get a sequel. I don't think so.
No.
We thought about it. I think if you have something strong enough and it ends, has a perfect conclusion. And even though people want a sequel, it won't be as good as the first one. So there's no point really. If you can't make a sequel better than the original, at least you don't think you can, don't do it. I just we don't want to ruin our first project by adding a second one to it.
Right. But yeah, like we already said, for Scream: A New Beginning 2. Unlikely, but not impossible.
The only reason I say that there's a chance, because usually I'd be like, no, we're not. I don't want to do a sequel. It'll just ruin the first one. The only reason I say there's a chance is because it ends in a way that gives us an opening to do one.
Definitely.
Now, I'm not saying there's a cliffhanger, you're going to be left in some huge, pissed off mood after you watch it, but cliffhangers aren't a bad thing, by the way, but people, this generation really likes conclusion. I'm not saying it ends in a way that you're going to be really mad, but it does give us a lead.
It leaves the door open.
Yeah, it leaves the door open for a sequel. That's the only reason I would say that there's a chance. Yeah.
If you got any other questions, let us know.
How long are we going here?
It's only been
25 minutes.
25 minutes. We can keep going if you got any more questions.
While it's we'll got quiet time.
Yeah.
October. We've only announced a couple times. October is the reappearance. The return of Horrorthon. Horrorthon is it's 31 days, of course. October, 31 days, 31 videos, and we take a look at over 40 films throughout October. Every day is a review. In the last few days, we have a special surprise in there, including some ranking lists, top best, and then 3 films will come out during October as well. Every Saturday, there will be a fan film as well, or not a fan film, but a film as well. So, October, there's a lot coming ahead.
It's so busy.
Yeah,
Plus, we're running this campaign for this.
So we're building a campaign, still going through school, and then doing all these projects at the same time. I mean, we've had to shoot 30 videos, 30 plus videos, and edit those videos and promote those videos. It's just, there's so much going on. That's why October, this time of the year, gets really insane.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm already got a plan for next year.
Yeah.
Great.
Would we venture out of the horror genre and try something else?
I'm open to it. I'm open to it. We have before. We had a Scream. We had a Christmas film last year. A real simple, really cheesy Christmas story. So that's not horror at all, and that's probably the first time not the first time we've taken a step out, but the first time we've taken that step and posted it.
Yeah.
We've shot some comedy. We had this really cliche script that was as if you had a movie trailer voice guy, like a commentator, always narrating everything you do in your life, and we shot it, and it was so bad. It looked great, and the acting was good. The acting was good. It just, I don't know. It just wasn't right. So, I don't know. And I don't know, if you have experience with film, you know that shooting horror is so much fun. It's, pranks on set happen a lot more when you're playing with horror, which we did a couple times on Jack, and those will be shared eventually. But horror is just so much more laid back. You get the chance to manipulate emotions of your audience, which you do in comedy as well, but it's just not as effective. In horror, you're playing with music cues, suspense, what you're seeing in the background. Everything just is important in horror, and I think that's why we stick to it so much.
Yeah.
That being said, we've taken a look at a few scripts that were pitched to us that we might go for. We're not sure. I don't want to lock anything yet, but we're looking into that and seeing if a budget comes forward. But we also have some horror comedy ones that we looked into as well. So we may stick in horror, but we might mix in some horror comedy in there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not out of the question, but right now we're kind of locked in horror.
Yeah. Will there be any uses of social media in the show? The killer uses Twitter and Snapchat. In our first draft, there definitely was some usage.
There's some usage of social. I don't know how to say it. There's use of social sites. Okay, there's of the internet itself. Scream 4 brought this idea of using the internet and sharing all these videos. Mm-hmm. We take that a step farther. Okay, we actually highlight some use of the internet and some really real stuff on the internet as well. So I think we take advantage of stuff that some real stuff, which is why I said this can it can bother some people. There's some real stuff in there, but I think it's really smart if you can take advantage of something like the deep web, for example. Take advantage of something like that and put it into a horror film, something that's really scary in real life. Mm-hmm. Take advantage of it and put it into a horror film, and you got something really scary. So yeah, we take advantage of some
some social media stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about in Scream too much.
Right. Scream has some mix of that social media, but same with stuff similar to the Deep Web as well.
Yeah.
That webcam type sharing stuff
Yes.
as well. That does play a factor in Scream.
Yeah. Are we working on it? Working or looking at feature length projects?
Yes.
Yeah. We said it a little bit beforehand. Yes, we are. We got a couple scripts.
We have one in particular that we're really interested in, and I hope that with the practice of Scream, that even we can put together a legitimate budget for it,
Yeah.
and pursue that film, because it's very simple but it's super effective, and it's Scream fans would actually enjoy it as well, because it's kind of a mix of Scream and When a Stranger Calls,
Yeah.
and that combination is just perfect. They flow hand in hand. So we really want to make that project happen, and Scream is a great way to get us there.
Yeah.
So we have some future films in the works.
Is the cast from the TV series be part of this movie?
As in the actors themselves, no.
Characters?
The characters' personalities are mixed into the film, but no actual legitimate character references. No.
No.
I mean there's some people that would love when you mix the worlds, but I think there are a lot of Scream fans that hate the television series. Now, I'm not saying I hate the television series. I actually enjoyed the first season a lot. Haven't gotten all the way through season 2 yet. But I don't think it just isn't the same as a film. It has a completely different feeling to me. So mixing them could really piss off some fans. So we're avoiding that concept.
Yeah. Do we see a movie theater release future possible? Not for Scream: A New Beginning.
Right.
We may be able to play it at one of our local drive-ins.
The only thing we can do with it is have a premiere setting in a movie theater. We can't sell tickets. We can't make anything profit related. Okay? The only thing we can do to get any money to even make the film is through donations. That does not involve the title. Okay? So we can't actually put it into a movie theater, but we can screen it and have a free screening of it, which is the goal in the end. That's how we want to premiere it as well. So
yeah, we got. A couple drive-ins.
Yeah, there's a few drive-ins that'd be willing to do it. As for AMC theaters, it's possible, but it's unlikely with a title like this. But it's possible. Still can't make any money though. Can't sell tickets.
No.
So it's good for you. You get a free screening.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't sell anything.
How is the fundraising? We're going to start fundraising in mid-October, probably run it through October and end in mid-November.
It's scary. I'm extremely nervous for it because this is what's going to make or break how the film turns out.
I mean, if we do not get any money, really, this cannot happen. This really cannot happen.
Yeah. It's still possible to make the film with loosely based on the script, but the script that we're pursuing right now, it is impossible without a good amount of money. So that's why we want to fundraise we just want to make it as good as possible.
Exactly.
And this script needs a little bit of money to make it happen. So regardless, I think a Scream fan film is coming no matter what.
Definitely.
But it's just whether or not it's the one we want to do.
Right. What about streaming it for people if they cannot go to the an actual premiere?
As in streaming the actual screening itself, or just streaming the film?
I don't know. It definitely will be on YouTube for free in October 2017. Of course, we don't have a release date yet.
I would say for the premiere, the premiere that'll happen in a theater setting would be only 24 hours before the YouTube release.
Right.
So if you have to wait an extra 24 hours because you can't get to that screening, that's really it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal, I hope. So yeah, just another 24-hour wait, and it'll be up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Free to watch.
Yeah. So. Little different question. Who's our favorite character from the Scream series?
Do you want to answer first? Do you know?
No, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I like Dewey. I like Sydney.
My favorite character by far is Randy. By far is Randy, because Randy is literally myself in high school. You know, that nerdy kid that was obsessed with films, especially horror films, and can name like every trivia question possible for anything. So that's why Randy is my favorite character. It's just too bad that he's a Connor.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Randy.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Sorry. I imagine if you're here, you've seen them, but
Yeah, definitely.
there's something special about Matthew Lillard. So him as Stu.
Definitely.
You gotta love Stu.
Do we have any actors in mind for playing the characters in Scream?
Yes. I'm not gonna say them, but yes.
Like we said before, we have a few people contacting us, and we don't know if we're going to be able to bring them on.
There's a few. Okay, there's a few in particular. I'll name. Obviously, we're gonna reach out to Courtney Adams. Courtney is the lead actress in Jack, and whether I'm not sure if she'll be the lead role, but I guarantee that Courtney somehow sneaks into this film.
Yeah.
As for, we have a few other actors in mind, some that have reached out to us, some that we've reached out to. There's one male actor, okay, that reached out to us, which we talked about earlier, that we really want to get. That one we can't get for free. So we're looking at least $2 or $3 grand to get this person.
Yeah, our fundraising goal is $10,000. We would definitely need a few
to get this person in the film. We need probably about 15, I would say,
and it would be worth it.
It would be the best reference ever. I'm telling you, it would be the. If you get the Easter egg, it is hilarious.
Definitely,
and it's going to be and worth $3 grand to pay him for sure.
So yeah, again, who's going to be in it? As far as main cast, returning TV series cast, none.
Yeah.
There's just no way we could afford them.
Yeah, they're off, doing bigger and better things.
Definitely.
But as for we have people in mind, but we're going to go through an auditioning phase. We will have open auditions for it, so people that from anywhere can come, show up, audition, and be considered that way. So,
we got a question. Would we sell shirts for fundraising?
Okay, it's a weird way to.
There's an asterisk.
Yeah, there's obviously price marks which you can donate in the fundraising. 25 and up, we believe 25 and up will have a T-shirt involved. We're not selling you the T-shirt. We're giving you the T-shirt for donating.
Exactly. And same thing with DVDs, hats, bags, anything, really.
Yeah, we can't sell you anything. So if you just wanted to buy like a T-shirt for like $10, we can't do that. But we can give you them for donating.
Yeah. Tank tops? That's a question asked.
We can make tank tops happen.
We'll have tank tops for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Have we applied for any grants through Screenwriters Guild or anything?
Okay, we can't through Screenwriters Guild because of the legal issue.
Right.
Stuff like that, we're really limited on who would actually give us money because of the title we're playing with, which is why our main source of revenue will be through crowdfunding. That being said, for Jack, we went through a whole long and awful time getting sponsorships to make the film happen, which you will see in the film opening and credits. So we had a whole bunch of sponsors for that to pull in. We pulled in about probably a little over $3 grand to make Jack happen, and that money was gone in a matter of seconds.
Definitely.
But yeah, we were gonna take that step again, but we can't pull in nearly enough that we would need. So we're gonna try though. We're pulling as much as we can.
Yeah. Another kind of separate question, just for us, if we could, would you do a project with Kane Hodder or Robert Englund? Of course.
I wouldn't want them to be their characters. I wouldn't want like Kane to be Jason. I wouldn't want Robert to be Freddy. But I love Robert as a crazy like psychiatrist guy, which is why we always said that they remade Nightmare on Elm Street 3, that Robert should come in as the psychiatrist. That would be awesome. Kane, come on, Kane can be any killer ever. He would be a killer. We'll make him a killer. It's just how we want to take it. And, we want to make a script. Actually, this is something we talked about that represents something like Hatchet and the original Friday the 13th fan films. Something strong enough that we could reach out to Kane Hodder and possibly get him, which would be just so cool. And the thing that's great about Kane is that he's all about helping out filmmakers, and he cares about the project more than he cares about getting paid. So he does stuff for fairly cheap.
Yeah.
And which is why it would be so cool, especially because like I know Kane personally, and it would just be so cool to just to work with him in general. Just even hire him as a stunt coordinator would be awesome. So Robert, it's not gonna. I don't know how it's gonna happen. Robert's like very picky about what he works on now. So,
but we would.
But absolutely, we
if
would.
he came to us, of course.
Yeah, but like I said, I see him as a psychiatrist role and Kane as another slasher, brutal killer. So I've always wanted to have them in a film like that together. I think that'd be awesome.
And a favorite death from the movies and from the TV series?
From the Scream movies?
Yeah. I haven't seen the Scream TV series, but my favorite death from Scream is definitely Matthew Lillard.
You took mine.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Naturally I had to say the opening scene to Scream.
Yeah.
That's
a good one.
The best opening scene ever, and it catches you off guard, especially when you see Drew Barrymore sitting on the front of the cover. Like in '96, man, that was crazy. Like, because Drew Barrymore was a big deal at the time, and we're expecting her to lead this movie, and then she dies in the first 10 minutes, which is why that kill is so crazy.
Definitely caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah. And then, like, the body on the hanging from the tree, man, I hate hangings so much. Everyone that, like, all my friends know I hate hangings. And so, like, that bothers me every time. And if you can have a kill that bothers me, then those are the ones I like the most. So, yeah, Drew Barrymore for sure.
Could we expand on why we can't sell shirts or sell tickets to a screening? Because
we would get sued.
we do not own the rights to Scream.
Yeah, we don't. The title's not ours. The trademark is not ours. The characters are not ours. So we can't sell it. It's kind of like you going to buy a movie in Walmart and then selling it for a more expensive price. That's illegal. That's straight up copyright infringement, and you would get sued for a lot of money. And we're doing the same thing if we were to sell T-shirts.
But because it's a fan film, we can reward people for donating and helping get this film made.
Yeah, exactly. We're making no profit off of that.
Right.
We're not making any profit off of those products. We're making money off of people, generously donating. So, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah. Yeah, again, we're looking for 10 grand. That may seem like a lot of money, but that's 4 pieces of equipment, maybe?
Yeah. It's four large specific items and then a little stuff in there. Even gas money you have to take into account. We're looking at about a month shooting, okay? And we're driving from location to location. That adds up as well. And then we're at night shoots when we're outside where we had to run a generator. There's more gas money, and there's worrying about insurance if we break anything. It just... I'm telling you, filmmaking is the most stressful thing in the world. It adds up so quickly.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't sell anything, but we can reward you for donating.
Right.
Can we sell these RGL Productions?
Yes.
We definitely can.
Yes, they're not on our website yet, but they will be soon. Including like this design, and we have a few more in the works now, which should be up soon. So these will only be like $15 a shirt. Well, it depends. Shirts probably be $10, depending if you're big like us. You might have to put some fat dollars on you. Sorry, we got it too.
Yeah.
But like sweatshirts, we're looking at about 25. A sweatshirt, tank tops, we'll probably sit at about 10 as well. So, but don't lock me in on that. I'm not sure yet. We have someone making them for us, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, RT.
Yeah.
I mean, seems the questions have died down a little bit.
Okay.
But
we've
been going for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. We'll leave it open for like another 3 more minutes to see if any last second questions come in. I don't know what to talk about until then. I can make some stuff up.
I mean, if we didn't answer any questions or you want to talk to us more, you can...
Yeah, about anything. If it's not about Scream, that's fine.
You can check out our social media.
Yeah. At twitter.com/RGL_productions. You can go head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/RGLProductionsProps. And, of course, our actual Facebook page at facebook.com/RGLProductions. And, if you haven't liked Scream New Beginnings page yet, make sure you do. It's growing pretty rapidly, and a lot of people are sharing it, so which is cool. A project that we never thought would happen is kind of blowing up, so that's cool. Any more last second questions? Sneaking in
again. This person, who's going to be in it? We can't bring anyone from the original series or the TV series. We just don't have the money for that.
I mean, we hit us up with like $100,000 in donations, and I'll reach out to Nev. I'll reach out to David. Courtney Cox probably isn't possible, but I think the other two are possible. They're probably at like $10,000 a day, and we're looking at $10,000 for an entire budget. So we don't want to waste our entire budget on one person. Already wasted. We're looking at 33% of our budget on one person already.
Yeah. Other just kind of local actors. We got a few in mind. That would do it for free for the exposure.
That's pretty much what we have to look to, Craigslist actors, which is how a lot of these fan films and independent films are reaching out to actors. But like I said, we'll have an open call audition, and hopefully that goes well, and we are able to cast every role then. If not, we'll reach out on Craigslist and on social media as well. So,
have we gotten any new equipment recently?
Yeah. That money we got for Jack went in new equipment. We just got a Rode blimp today. I don't know if it's... Hey, yeah. Look at this. We just wasted $400 on this. So, you probably have no idea what this is, but this is a windscreen to block out all that wind. There's also a Rode NGG2 in there. So, stuff like that. We did just invest in a Blackmagic production camera, which is pretty much our whole budget for Jack. Gone out the window. And everything that came with that monitor, the cage, audio equipment, audio recorder.
Yeah.
Including, we've also, just little stuff, tripod heads, mostly audio stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, because this is like my biggest advice to filmmakers that are just starting out. Get audio equipment before you waste money on video equipment. I can see, I recognize some of the names that are in the chat. I know that some of those are filmmakers. Get audio equipment before you get video equipment. I promise you, it is way more important than any video quality. So, get superb audio before you get superb video.
Yeah.
And honestly, usually audio is cheaper. So,
yeah.
Our Blackmagic camera costs. It's pushing, the rig itself now is pushing up to $5,000. Which. Jesus, we got lucky and we got a really good price on it. But our audio equipment, it's roughly $1,000, a little over for audio equipment, and it's professional audio sound. So
it's nice.
Yeah,
it sounds great.
Yeah, the Rode blimp, man, worth every penny.
It is not a Swiffer duster.
It is. So it's called a dead. That's what this is, a dead cat on top there, a dead wombat. Rode likes to cover up the dead cat.
Yeah,
but it's called a dead wombat. But yeah, it's just the necessities, okay?
Yeah.
They'll block out all wind sound, and when you're outside, you get that distorted. I'm sure you've heard it in videos before, the sound. Yeah, this eliminates that, so.
Can we have Kobe in Scream: A New Beginning?
Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Or Kobe.
Who other Kobe?
Kobe from Dude Perfect? I don't know. There's a lot of
the Kobe.
Kobe with a K?
Yes.
Kobe is a little above our budget. I wish we could have Kobe. Kobe?
Definitely.
I always wanted to kill Kobe. I'm just kidding.
How can someone be more involved and helpful outside of donating?
Share the hell out of it. Yeah, especially when that fundraiser launches. Man, share the hell out of it. We obviously know that not everyone can donate.
Of course,
not everybody's made of money. We're not. Otherwise, we'd fund it ourselves. So yeah, completely understand if people can't donate, but just share it. Share it on your pages. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, anywhere, Instagram. I don't care. Just get the word out, and people that can donate will find it.
Yeah.
So
if you want to be part of the crew or the cast, you want to audition,
right? Yeah. If you are an actor, the audition is an open audition, so that you'll keep up with our social media. There will be an open call on our pages as well.
Yeah. If you want to be part of the crew, let us know.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of miscellaneous crew stuff we need. We need a legitimate PA. Which is a kind of awful job, but is so useful. Sound needs a lot of help. We need a Steadicam operator, that kind of stuff.
The list goes on.
At some point, extras. There's a lot of points in the scene where we're in a crowded area, which we'll need to hire extras. And then, I don't think I'm spoiling anything when I say we might need dead bodies. Miscellaneous dead bodies, which is fun. You get to go through a makeup process. We technically need a makeup artist if the one we had for Jack doesn't return. But that's not open yet, I'll tell you. But if, makeup artists that are, especially, we need a makeup assistant as well. That kind of stuff we need as well.
Yeah, we would be shooting in between June and July 2017. We're looking at 4 week shoot.
3 to 4 weeks. And then I would consider reshoots in there as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming on as sound or anything camera operated, anything along those lines, legitimate, crucial crew, you'd have to come back for a reshoot. So those are the types of things you need to consider.
Good question.
Yeah.
Have we seen Scream Queens? No.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, not all. I haven't finished it, but I've seen it because I'm a fan of Emma Roberts, so I had to watch it. And then, like Jamie Lee Curtis. So Jamie Lee Curtis loves it. So.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's not necessarily my thing. It kind of leans, but it's like, if I think any horror fan would like it, actually. Especially, there's a lot of Easter eggs in there, actually, to horror films. So, yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I can buy into it, I guess.
Maybe I'll have to see it.
Yeah, okay, you'll check it out, I'm sure.
Can Chip make an appearance in Scream: A New Beginning?
Can Chip, my cat, make him? Honest to God, I bet it happens.
Probably.
You know what will make an appearance though? Little Jack. Now, not a lot of people know about Little Jack, but it's gonna happen, and eventually, in about a month, you'll understand it. So
definitely. This question: have we talked to Anchor Bay Entertainment to put it on DVD?
It's not possible.
Legally, we cannot put it out on DVD. We cannot sell anything with the name Scream on it. We can, however, give you a DVD if you donate money to our Indiegogo campaign.
Also, Michael SK dropped the idea that we can give you a legitimate downloadable file, and you can put it onto a DVD yourself if that's the case. We can also give you the cover art. If you want to make your own DVD, we can give you the file and our DVD and Blu-ray cover art. Yeah. So you can make one yourself if you want. We're okay with that. But we didn't sell it to you. Don't tell anyone we sold it to you.
Yeah, I mean, we should wrap up soon. Any last questions? Just let us know.
Yep.
Where can they see updates on the production?
Any updates will be posted on the Scream: A New Beginning page.
Right here.
Right here. You can, I would stay here for legitimate Scream: A New Beginning little updates, okay, if you want like detailed updates. However, our Facebook page at facebook.com/RJ Productions will have updates as well. And if you want to see any works that we're doing on new projects, other videos, etc., that'll be on our YouTube page, youtube.com/RJ Productions Props. And all that also goes to Twitter at twitter.com/RJL_Productions. Whew, that is a mouthful. I'm getting used to it. You know, the podcast has made me grow.
I don't see many more questions. If you have any more questions, you can just message this page, and we'll answer it for you, hopefully.
Right. And I'm sure we'll have another live stream in the future when bigger updates come forward. And also, we'd like to do one with Michael. That's actually been requested a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why people want to see us with Michael, but it's been requested a lot to see us with the screenwriter. And our goal is to do so. That should be coming in the coming weeks. So, yeah. This was fun, huh?
Yeah.
This went a lot smoother than I thought.
Yeah.
You know, talking on camera can be scary. We got a lot last second things in there. Is there anything going on?
What's our favorite slasher movie other than Scream? Just a fun little question for us.
Okay, my favorite movie of all time is Halloween. So, and that is considered a slasher.
Would you consider I know what you did last summer?
Yeah.
I think that's my
That's
favorite.
like 90s is the teen slasher genre.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer go hand in hand.
I love I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I see a comment on there that says slow down. Would you like me to repeat all of those social media links?
Yes.
all that stuff is in the in any description ever. We have links directly to our page in the info box on the screen in the beginning as well. So
Yeah.
there's a way to find it everywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll say it one more time before we close out, though. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Any more? Any more?
Where did the concept for this come from?
Where did the the idea, the first script that we were pushing off came as a way of just, it kind of reboots it.
Yeah.
It basically came as a reboot. Now it is technically a sequel, but like it was a way of rebooting it. This one that we're pursuing pushes off as a sequel, but it's a standalone by itself because it has a completely new cast, and it's kind of somebody recreating the films to a degree. So it's really, I don't know how to, it's, we love Scream, so a fan film is something we've always wanted to do, and this was the smartest way to keep it going, is what I'd say. We've sat down with the screenwriter Michael and have discussed it many times, and that was just the best way to go. So I don't know how else to answer that question without spoiling anything. There's a very specific event that takes place in the film that is our key concept that we base the rest of the film off.
Yeah.
But if I say that, it'll ruin the rest of the movie.
So I think we're gonna.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, once again, I'm gonna repeat social media one more time. Of course, like this page, but if you want to follow RJ Productions and including this project and all of our other projects, you can go to facebook.com/RJL Productions, and then you can also go to our Twitter at twitter.com/RJL_Productions, and then all of our work will be posted to YouTube at youtube.com/RJL Productions Props. Okay, I hope I said that slow enough. I hope everyone keep up with that. If not, everything is in the info section, and you can honestly just search RJ Productions, and it'll all come up. Where it's kind of a standalone company. So, yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Riley. This is Nick, and hope you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time. Now I gotta get up awkwardly and go over here and click it off.